were talking, because we did our hot takes earlier, and my hot take was I think the death penalty is just useless. I think it's stupid. I think it costs a lot of money. It's not a deterrent. It's been shown because somebody does something insane or crazy it's not a deterrent. And somebody said, oh, you should be, if you kill somebody, like you stab somebody 30 times, then you should die that way. And I'm like, but who's going to carry that out?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you can find some sociopaths out there.
But then you're like, okay, now I got to put you somewhere where you can't have human touch.
Yeah, that's true.
Any kind of human activity.
Well, we could get robots.
Yeah, we could. But they're already taking all the jobs, man. They're taking all the jobs. What do you mean they're taking all the jobs? Did they took the job? The stabbing thing? Yep, took the job. Got Stabby Robot now. And then what do you do with Stabby Robot? Because somebody's going to have to watch Stabby Robot.
Well, that's true. And somebody's going to, going to have to make sure the job is done. And then, like you said, clean the robot.
Yeah. And being in there with Stabby Robot, you never know if it's like Megan. It comes alive. Next thing you know, Stabby just wants to see. And you couldn't ask a human to do it because it's...
Yeah, that'd be...
Yeah. You would be. And I know some people are like, oh, an eye for eye, tooth for tooth, or I'd do it. You think you would, but it's a different world.
Isn't that why, like, on, the firing range?
Yeah.
There's in South Carolina, from what I understand, there are 3 shooters, but only one actually has the live round.
Yes.
But they don't know which one.
Yeah. And don't give it to the guy that's not very good.
Right.
Tim, we know it's you. You shot him in the leg.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, you have to. Because if you think that, and even if you ask the family, would you like to get back at them and stab them or shoot them or whatever? You would think for a second, yeah, as a family member, but then no, I mean, you're taking away your humanity as part of it. And, that's no. I would think that most people, first of all, again, stabbing somebody in particular is brutal. It's just, and so that's why, yeah, you couldn't. But you could have Stabby Robot. I could see that. I could see Stabby Robot. No doubt about that.
Now, Megan.
There probably will.
I mean, just make a bunch of Megans.
So, what we should do? We should just put them all in turtle shells and make them go around your little yard. And you could shoot them for trying to steal your fish.
I don't do that to turtles. I only do that to turtles messing with my fishing line. Little box turtles. I love little tortoises.
Oh, somebody says an eye for eye. You sound like a libtard. Why? Because I just think that everybody thinks, oh, that'd be easy. I could stab somebody 30 times. Really? Really? And by the way, stab somebody who's laying there and can't fight back. I think you'd find it. First of all, if you find it easy, I think maybe you have a problem.
Why is it that conservatives are so anti-big government until it comes to policing and law enforcement and the death penalty, then they're fine and trust big government?
I don't know. Because it's the eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth thing. I think it's they're pro-life up until the point where they want to take somebody's life. That's the way a lot of people are.
Yeah, killing somebody, by stabbing them, they don't die instantly.
No. Like, what if the eye for an eye? What if that person strangled somebody and they're like, well, you have to do it? That's that
takes a while.
Yeah, the stabbing, those are personal things, right? Because you're that close to somebody. You're not stabbing somebody from 50 feet.
I mean, I understand the need to, for justice, for revenge, if you will. However, the good Lord said, vengeance is mine. However, I understand, the anger that certain crimes cause. But you're right. When you get right down to it, could you actually do that? I mean, fortunately, I've never, fortunately, and knock on wood, I am not the family member of a victim of murder.
No.
Thank God.
Have you known anybody?
Who was murdered?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What about you, Bill? You ever know anybody who was murdered?
Not personally. Not that I've loved.
I don't think so, but for some reason I have this lingering feeling in the back of my head that I do.
Like you know somebody.
Or like
Yeah.
you buried somebody? Is that it? Did you bury him?
What am I supposed to do with the body?
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I'm not. You're the expert, not me. You're the expert. For me, I knew one person. My babysitter got murdered when I was a kid.
Ah, that's terrible.
So she babysat. We went to school together. I was really good friends with her brother, and she watched me on several occasions. And then she got to like 16 or 17, and then she got like a regular job rather than just watching us. And she went to work at Wendy's. And she got off work one night, and she disappeared. And then they found her.
Oh, man.
And
that's terrible.
Yeah, I remember. And her brother was never the same after that. But it's and you kind of like, what? Because it went around school really fast because it was on the front page of the paper.
Yeah.
On what happened. But I was like, oh, she used to babysit me. And you get into that weird like, but that they caught the guy and he was a nut job, all hopped up on crack and stuff like that. It's and everybody out there is like, oh yeah, I could totally go and kill somebody. You think about your humanity and what it would do for you. Well, if they killed your family member, okay. But if they killed your family member and somebody's like, well, I could stab him 30 times. Somebody laying there.
That's rough business, man.
And then you got to wait till they bleed out. And, it's probably, you look at what we did. Now, could you throw the switch or push the little thing? That's a different story. That is. Could you push what do they have like 3 or 4 syringe things, right? They go into one. They all come
I think
in?
it's 3.
Yeah.
I think.
And they're always, it's like, oh, we can't use these because the best used by date's gone. I'm like, what's the worst that's going to happen?
You'll kill the guy.
Yeah. My favorite thing when I was talking, a couple of my friends who are reporters, they went a few years ago in Arizona because they would call our station because we had news reporters, because pretty much the only ones that did, said, hey, would you guys send somebody to be a eyewitness? And my friend Taylor, the first thing she said is, what was really weird? When they put the IV in, they used the alcohol.
Yeah, to sterilize it.
As if
we don't want him to get an infection before he dies.
Right.
Yeah.
No staphylococcus here.
Yeah, none of that stuff. No. Normally they just die of old age. Spending millions of dollars on all kinds of defenses, then it's start, stop, and then the family has to go through that over and over again, as Ken talked about.
Not to get off subject, but I've never understood why they'll wipe down your arm when they're going to give you an injection with alcohol, but then if I flood my system with Jack Daniels, it doesn't make me feel better if I've got a cold.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Well, maybe you're not doing it right. Maybe you need to do it with a syringe. Pour it on your body.
Maybe.